Italy's financial regulators are trying to prevent investors from betting that Italy is going to be the next victim of the debt crisis. And they're using curbs on short selling. So for more, I'm joined by Barton, our markets reporter. So how are they doing this?
Basically, what they're doing is the Italian financial markets regulator, Consob, wants to stop the tide, Lindsay, this tide that is pushing Italian stocks lower, sinking 3.5% Friday, 7% last week, biggest weekly fall in 14 months. So what it wants short sellers of stocks to do, if you have positions of 0.2% or more of a company's capital, we want to know your position and then make additional filings for each 0.1%. So the measures take effect today and they'll last till at least September the 9th. So what they want to do, they want to stop the Italian stock market falling. They want to stop Italian stocks falling because on Friday, of course, Unicredit, Intesa Sanpaolo, the nation's two biggest banks, sank a total of 8 and 4.6% respectively. These are the banks, of course, that hold Italian debt. Linda telling us, of course, that Italy's debt is the second biggest in the EU. So short sellers, they're going to be curbed by Italy.
Now, it's a bit of deja vu because we did see short sellers targeted, cursed by EU leaders even.
Merkel said it last year, Sarkozy said it last year. They specifically criticised naked short sellers. With short selling, you borrow the underlying security, you then repurchase the security, and you give the initial security back and you pocket the difference. With naked short selling, you don't even borrow the underlying security. You have no intention to borrow it. Remember the old analogy, it's like taking out insurance on your neighbour's house and then watching it as it burns to the ground and you benefit from it. That's the analogy. So there's been a lot of criticism of naked short selling. EU finance ministers in May came out and basically agreed to curb naked short selling on stocks and bonds. And the EU Parliament last week, Lindsay, agreed to vote against naked short selling on bonds. So there is momentum once in place, very much against naked short selling. It's whether short selling will continue.